Hi, it's Thursday, and I don't normally vlog on Thursdays, but I have before. I'm in the middle of pattern making, and I feel like this is like a little bit important to talk about because it is partially why I upload onto YouTube. So I'm working on the Cirrostratus top, and I'm not gonna lie, most of this I kind of eyeballed for measuring of where to put the sleeves, and now I'm kind of starting to feel iffy about how I'm going to charge for it because it's like, I don't want to charge more than $5. And that's not the point of my patterns. It's the fact that it's not going to be super detailed on how or where exactly to put like the mattress sleeves and all that, or mattress sleeve, the mattress seams. So the thing is, like, I won't have it exact measurements for around the shoulders because there is no standard whatever sizing for that. I mentioned in the last vlog that I do plan on, whenever I get around to getting the pattern tested, to ask people for their own measurements and see how many foundation single crochets they've done. So it's rough because I feel like my last pattern was so extremely detailed, and like I still have a third one of these that I'm going to make, but I'm also nervous that it's not going to be good enough, and I gotta stop feeling that way about myself. But like, also, I don't feel comfortable charging people for something if it's not something that's legible or attainable with vague, instructions. This is something that makes pattern testing so important because I know I'm going to get that feedback, or maybe not. We'll see. But I'm hoping to get that feedback of whether or not it is something that I need to include or not. The seams are on the outsides, right? Oh, let me. This is getting heavier and heavier because it's bamboo. These are the seams. All right, and let me hold the. You can kind of tell here, but let me put it down so it's a little bit easier for me to actually like show you. You see how this is pretty perfectly lined up? This one's not. This one's at an angle, and it works perfectly for me. And so that's why I'm hesitating on whether I should put real, like, where exactly you should put this. I think this should be like a measure yourself thing, especially since I'm not charging more than $5 for this because I I'm iffy about it. I understand, get your bag, do what you need to do to make a living. But there's so many times that there's patterns out there. And this is a hot take. I know it is. And it's pretty early in my video to make this hot take. But I just feel like there are a lot of people taking advantage of the crochet community and charging exorbitant amounts for their pattern, and it's not like a well detailed pattern, and it's just something that they could find somewhere else, like the hexie sweater or cardi, I guess. I don't know, I never got into it because it was granny stitches and I'm not into granny stitches, but I see that pattern everywhere, and there's people charging like $10 for that pattern when you can like literally find it for free. This is a more higher detailed thing for me, especially with the lace. I think that in and of itself, being a free pattern that I'm going to offer through a zine, is good enough. I don't, it's just so hard, like, because I think sewing is the hardest part of crochet, sewing the pieces together. And I was able to like perfectly do, I wouldn't say perfectly, but like I was able to portray that in my last video pattern so well and tell you exactly what needs to be done. And I'm struggling with this one because everybody's bodies are different. And I know there's pattern makers out there that do measure yourself or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how it works out, but I'm just afraid that the zine will be too close to the detailed portion of my pattern. So I don't know. Should I make this one free or not? It's tough because I do know that I don't want to be the gatekeeper in crochet. I need to get this pattern done, but I'm almost done with getting it pieced together. I might actually do like a try on thing today so I can get more photos for the pattern itself. I didn't get much work up on it. I didn't get any work on it done. I have like up to row 4 of the lace, and that's about it. And then kind of like a fill in. I do have the lace photos uploaded to my PC now. So yeah, I do have some more work done, but yeah, that's where I'm feeling right now. And let me know, like, if you're watching this and you're somebody that might potentially purchase this pattern, please let me know, like, how you would feel if somebody like charged $5 and didn't tell you exactly where to pin the things. Like, I'm going to tell you exactly whenever you pin on the lace, it has to be directly in the center. And then I'm telling you how many rows you need to do for the bodice. And hopefully, I'll be able to tell you how many foundation single crochet stitches you need to do for the base of the lace. I Sorry, ice cream. I don't think you guys can hear it because my mic doesn't really pick up that much, but all right. I'm going to get back to this before I stress myself out some more. She's done. Ta-da! I am okay with it. I will definitely have to re-record some of them or repaint whatever what am I doing? What is this hobby that I have? Crochet. I'm going to have to re-sew the straps. So I did whip stitch on these straps. The original one, I single crocheted it. The whip stitch, if you can see, is coming up, and that's not good looking. So future me will have to do a single crochet to hold that down. And I think also I should probably use black yarn instead of the gray yarn. I think that would help it out a lot better. And then this one I did do, I think, because it kept on coming apart. I think I did do a mattress stitch on it. So mattress stitch might be the call too. I think I would prefer mattress stitch, especially since I did keep on using the gray yarn there too. So I think that might be the call. Oh, I gotta fix this back here. But here's what it looks like on the back. I don't know if you guys can see it properly, but this is the back. This is the front. Now that it's all together, I like it a lot more. The straps, I think, could come in a little bit more. But overall, I'm okay with it. Just the straps are bugging me. So I'm going to have to retake pictures of that. So when the pattern testers get to it, I'm going to have to like explain it without pictures. Or if I get the yarn in time, then I don't have to explain it without pictures. I could just change out the whatever, you know? Since the lace is going to be the last part anyways too, uh, I think since I'm building it up together with them, it's going to not be as hard, if that makes any sense. So essentially, we're going to build the bodice together, and then we're going to build the sleeves together. Hold on, my dog needs to go outside. There you go, buddy. He's probably going to come back in. Yep, there he goes. All right. So essentially, bodice, sleeves, or straps together at the same time. And then once we get to this, I'll have more yarn, so I'll just like show it to them in the group chat or whatever. That way, I don't have to show them the atrocious photos I took today. Though it would be nice to keep some of these photos for the zine. For the zine, like I said, I'm going to have them two separate things. So zine 1 is going to have the bodice piece with the shell sleeves. And then zine 2 is just going to have how to do the lace motif. And then where'd he go? He's right there. Okay. He's usually over here laying on the carpet. So him standing is worrying me. Are you scared of something, buddy? Probably. But yeah. I'm going to take a break. My head hurts. I kind of have a migraine. I'm not in the mood to do a like photo session yet because my head hurting. I'm going to scroll on TikTok probably, maybe take a nap. I don't know. I don't know if I drank enough water last night. Maybe that's my issue, but my head hurts. Like it feels like I'm dehydrated. It also feels like I'm sick. So, all right. Now that this is all together, I like it better. So, next up, probably won't talk to you for a few days. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to you tonight. But if I don't talk to you tonight, then I'll probably see y'all on Friday, Saturday, Monday. Monday's the day. I've been having the worst time with this and the mattress stitch. I think the True Blue yarn is a little bit more slippery than the loops and threads yarn. So I need to find a better way to tie in those ends because look at that. It's already coming off. I'm not a fan of that. Husband's home. Let me go say hi to him. Okay. So my husband and I just kind of sat down and looked at my bills because I'm stressed the fuck out. And so the past 5 years, my insurance has been coded to the Orlando or Orange County premium. I don't live in Orange County. Orange County, there's a lot more traffic, so it's going to be a higher premium because there's going to be more car accidents. So, since I've, for the past 5 years, been paying the Orange County premium and paying for the bills to be sent to the apartment I lived in that I haven't lived in 5 years, I've spent $700 on stuff that I didn't have to spend $700 on. So here's a reminder for you. If you have moved any time in the past ever and you have been paying for insurance, make sure that your insurance is up to date because that's $700 I could have used on yarn. So a little disappointed in myself. But anyways, I got out of my clothes because I just didn't want, I needed to fix this. I needed to fix it right away. I can't wait to make the other one. I am telling myself, so we did the bills and everything I needed to make for the month to keep up with my bills. I cannot spend money on yarn this month. The only money I will allow myself to spend money on, the only thing I will allow myself to spend money on for yarn will be for the third iteration of this top because I do still need to re-record everything after stitching everything in. I really, really don't like the way that this came out right here. I'm thinking about maybe just making it into a single crochet edging and then just making the lace be all mattress stitch. I don't know at this moment, but I think that might be the best bet. Single crochet using black yarn. And then that way, see, like you can already see it coming apart. So I'm not happy with how this came out, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe I should just take it apart now. Either way, I will be making one more version of this, and that will take 3 skeins of the loops and threads yarn. I am waiting for a sale right now. The only sale they have is like $100, or like if you spend $100 and you get free shipping, which is not a deal. Are you kidding me? I'm not doing that. I gotta double check. I might stop in store tomorrow. Doubt it because I have a later ship. Yeah, I'm not stopping in store tomorrow or the day after or the day after that. Hopefully a sale does go up. I think I told y'all, but I have all the photos kind of uploaded. I don't have it organized, but I have all the photos uploaded into the Canva. I have all the lace written out on Canva. I haven't gotten around to uploading the bodice, but I think I have the bodice like written out for the most part, to my measurements at least. And I just took my video of me wearing this outfit. So, yeah. I'm so disappointed in myself. Check your insurance policy. Check everything. Make sure you're not overpaying because holy hell, $700 is a lot of money. Good morning. It's Saturday. I just wanted to jump in here real quick because I have a little bit of time. It's 11:26, probably a little bit past that. But like they added a 4th lane of traffic onto the I-4. So my drive yesterday was like really, really nice and smooth. I got there with like almost 20-30 minutes to spare, so I have time to talk to y'all. But on the other hand, on my way back, it took me an hour and a half or 2 because they're doing construction on the other side of the I-4 where they dropped down from 4 lanes to 1 lane. So I didn't get home until 1:30 last night. It was past 1:30, let's be real. Oh, Tika just came in here and she shouldn't be in here because she thinks I'm staying home and I feel bad. But I just wanted to show you guys the progress I've made. I haven't made any progress on the pattern yet, besides like, well, you guys already saw that I wore the pattern and all that. Oh, actually, since we're here, I might as well just order the yarn. I was going to use Grace Face's little code thing for her affiliate link, and it's just not working for me. I messaged her and she renewed or like refreshed it. And I don't know if it's because I'm just dumb, but it's a 10% discount, and 10% isn't like the biggest discount in the world, but I'd like to get her some kickback because she's really phenomenal as a person in general, but also she helped me a lot through my pattern making, and like it's the least I can do, you know? But let me order it real quick. So I'm ordering a bamboo fair, 3 skeins of it, 1 in blush and 2 in orchid for the next pattern or draft of it, I suppose. I wanted to try it with something that's not entirely bamboo because I started to really, really, really hate the pattern for the last draft, for the second draft, because it was just too slippery. And I don't know if it's the yarn itself. It probably is because that's just the way that yarn works. I just want to try it with something that's a little bit more closer to cotton. I wish I had done the second draft in cotton. That way I would have gotten a different feel for it. I think when I do the pattern testing, I will say, hey, you can also use cotton because I know other people don't really like working with bamboo. Bamboo splits really easily. I just prefer it because I live in Florida. It's really hot down here and it's just the best case scenario for me. Cotton's great and all, but like cotton doesn't cool you down. Cotton is just like cool in general. It's not as thick as acrylic, and it's really nice to work with if you like it kind of, I don't know what the word is, wick. I think it just like takes the sweat off of you. So it is nice in that aspect. I'm also ordering a skein of black Premier Basics yarn because I just want to see how that feels. I'm trying a bunch of worsted weight yarns, acrylic yarns in different brands. Sorry, I have this. Okay, so while I was doing my makeup this morning, I always have my the little ring light on my face so that I can see better, because yellow lights don't work for me. I hate yellow lights. They're not good to really see the true color in your makeup. But it was making sounds, so that was annoying me. And then I did a little bit of recording because I want to do like a live soon, and I'm probably going to do it through here, but I want to get the feel for it on TikTok as well, see how many people would actually like enjoy those kinds of lives. Not that they'll join. I'm not like asking people to join my lives because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's just one of those, like, I want to share my music taste, and the way I was sharing my music taste before isn't hitting right, you know? Like, I would do my fashion videos or my hair videos or my makeup videos. And first of all, I don't want to film any more makeup videos. I haven't gotten new makeup in so long, and I just feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again. So it's kind of boring to me. My hair videos, it's kind of the same line, but like I'm a little bit more adventurous with my hair. So I do have a new hairstyle I want to try out soon. I do kind of want to cut my hair, but before I do that, I want to do like tight curls and then use pin curls up in the front, because the way that after I brushed my hair yesterday after taking my shower, the way it curled in was really pretty. So I might try that soon. I did record a little bit of this, and this is like the bodice piece for the medium of my, what was I making? The defrosting scaly shrug. I got around to making 2 sleeves yesterday because I didn't go into work until 4, but I finished 2 sleeves. I did not take apart the sleeve that I messed up, but I have 2 sleeves here and then 1 bodice piece. So all I need is 1 more bodice piece, but the yarn was squeaking, so I had to stop. It's hurting my ear right now, and I'm like not happy about it. But anyways, I'm going to put this order in, and then I'm going to go to work, and then we'll be back. I'm off tomorrow, which kind of sucks, which is one of the reasons why I really need to pick up another job, but also like another job. Like the plan is to make my availability like Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, which will really suck because like Thursdays are my days for editing. But like I'm not going to have enough yarn if I don't go to work, It just, it's tough because I know this second job is going to be my secondary job. Like the job that I have right now is my main staple, the job that I know I will stay at, even though I'm not happy with my location right now. I know I'll stay there because of the benefits that it gives, as opposed to the second job, which is going to be if I start burning out, then that's the one I'll quit. Let me put in this order. It's $10 for shipping from Premier Yarns. And not really happy about that, but it is what it is. Good old shipping. Yeah. So how do you feel or how would you feel? So the thing is, like, I'm not expecting, I know there's going to be copyright claims and all that, and I don't care. Like, I want the artists, because a lot of the artists I listen to are very small artists. I want them to make money. I'm not in it to make money. Like, it'd be nice, to be honest. But at the end of the day, love to share music and would love more artists to get more attention, because there's a lot of small artists. A lot of the artists I listen to are like below 50K daily listeners or weekly, whatever, monthly listeners on Spotify. A lot of them are. There's only a few that I listen to that barely hit 1 mil. So that's still, in my opinion, small, because, I mean, 1 mil is a lot, but think of the population of the United States. What is the population of the United States? Let's look. US population. 340.1 million in 2024. It's probably going lower right now, but it is what it is. And I don't want to talk about that right now because I'm trying to stay positive. But 340.1 mil is the current population as of 2024. So not current, but 1 mil is not that much, because a lot of the artists I listen to are also from abroad. So I think that's my way of sharing. And, at the end of the day, they deserve their money for making art. So do I deserve my money for making art, even if it's a little penny. It would be great if it was more, but yeah. So what do you feel about that? Because I feel like that's what I want to do. Hi, good morning. It is the 27th of April, and I am looking at the Hirschner's website, and there is a sale on Lion Brand yarn. Oh, hold on. Yeah, there. You're resting on my yarn. But sale on Lion Brand yarn, and that would be a great time to buy all the DIY glow that I need. Well, I don't need, but I would want, because I think I use it for like pop of color stuff. I love glow in the dark yarn, and I wish there were more. I wish there were more like fluorescent yarns, but there isn't, and I'm really sad about that. But they also today have a free shipping on $35 plus orders, and I cannot do that right now. It's so frustrating because I could have absolutely spent $35, but this month is, well, I mean, it's still April, but I'm not counting it as just April. Um, okay, sorry. One of my mutuals just commented on, oh, I think she messaged, whatever. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I posted about doing lives where I just share music while doing like crochet or crafting, whatever craft I choose to do in the background. Because like the thing, I love body doubling. It's part of the whole ADHD thing, neurodiverse thing. Like, getting stuff done is so much easier when you have somebody else next to you doing something else that's not even the same thing. My husband and I do it all the time. He plays games back there, and I'm over here listening to crochet videos. And sometimes, like, if he's not feeling the crochet videos, he'll put on some Nintendo music, and I'll still have the videos up, but I'll turn it down so that we're not bothering each other. Like, it's quiet enough that we can both like hear our own, or loud enough that we both can hear our own PC, but quiet enough that the other isn't like intruding on the other's sound, if that makes sense. But I did make that post, and I got a lot of interest in it, which is great. It was all my mutuals, which is also fine, because like I'm not really like, I don't feel like there's people out there who, I mean, I did gain some followers from that post, which is wild, because I'm not like, I don't know, like, for some reason. So I was sitting at 22. I don't remember the first two numbers. 22 at the end. That's where I was sitting on follower count because like I had 28, something 28, and then I lost a bunch of followers, but all of a sudden I gained them all back. I'm back at 29, which is like, what did I do? Why are people suddenly following me and unfollowing me and whatever? One of my mutuals actually, she followed me back and I had unfollowed her apparently. I don't know what's going on. She's one of my, well, I met her once, but like I never really talked to her because I have social anxiety and you know how that goes if you are also one of us. I met her kind of at Prometheus Esoterica's Oddities Festival, and I didn't talk to her because I forgot that we were mutuals. So sorry. But she is an artist and she does like really cool like not prints, but like she does like a bunch of like pastel things. I have a pin that I bought from her because I can't quite afford what she makes, but I would love to afford what she makes. Very pastel goth kind of style, but like more on the gore side, if that makes sense. It's not really gory, to be honest. It's more like mature pastel goth. I think that one makes more sense because like pastel goth back in the day was just like the upside down crosses in black on pastel like backgrounds, but this is more like oddities pastel goth. So I got so off topic here, but I'm on the Hirschner's website and I'm really upset that I can't. I well, I'm not really upset. I'm kind of upset that I can't purchase. I can, but I can't. Shouldn't. That's the whole thing. Like I get paid on Thursdays, and while it would be great. Oh, the Lion Brand yarn. Yeah, it's 6:40. Well, this is all Lion Brand. Hello. Let's go back. Halfway to Halloween. Stop. Hold on. Okay. We're gonna look at this together. Except for I don't have a streaming service, so well, thing, whatever. $4.89 for DIY glow yarn right now. Are you kidding me? I've never used the DIY glow twist yarn. It's pretty, and I've been interested. It's $5.59. Let me look at the halfway to Halloween sale real quick because I've been ready for Halloween. I'm always ready for Halloween. Let's be honest here. I know they just dropped the Halloween yarns. That's right. So it looks like up to 50% off on their craft and hobby kits, all their glow yarns, the Halloween sparkle. Stop. I know I shouldn't. It is technically still April. It's still they have a 1-year membership for $25 and you save 10% more every day. If my business takes off, then I will consider joining the business, but stop, it's so pretty. Oh, I've been waiting for the sparkle yarn to come back in stock. All right. Here's what we'll do. We'll look at it, and if I have projects that I know I'll use them in, then I will purchase. It's the problem. It's Halloween. It's halfway to Halloween, and I deserve it. I absolutely deserve it, but I also shouldn't be purchasing it because I need to save money. I am practicing not doing it. Okay, not practicing. I am not doing it. It really, really sucks. I mean, I have $38.17 worth of products in my cart right now, so I could absolutely take advantage of the free shipping, right? Right now, on back order is the Witch's Brew, which did come back in stock, but probably also quickly went out of stock because it's such a good color. Witch's Brew is like a sparkly yarn, and I think it's sockweed. I don't remember. What are you? Worsted weight. Just kidding. But the way the Hirschner spins their yarn, it's very thin, so it's not as well thick, I guess. But it's either way. It's 489 yards of this worsted weight yarn, 92% acrylic and 8%. And the colors I picked out was Witch's Brew, which is going to be like a purple, 2 different colors of green, I guess 2 different colors of purple. One of them is more like a pinkish purple, and then black, which is gorgeous and reminds me of a Hobie yarn that is going to be really expensive to purchase nowadays because tariffs. I picked that one out, and then I also picked out Goblin, which is so pretty. I was going to do 2 skeins of that one. And Goblin, hello, where's the Goblin color? There's like 3 different colors of green, like a swamp green, and then a lime green, and then like kind of an in-between green, and then black, also with sparkle yarn in it. And that's so gorgeous. I love green. Green was my favorite color growing up because of Sailor Jupiter. Sailor Jupiter had brown hair, and I have brown hair. So I don't know. Green has always been one of my favorite colors. And I'm only just now getting into wearing more greens, but I'm more of like a lime green fan than well, I do like forest green. Forest green is really pretty. But so I had those 2 picked out with my fancy yarns, and those ones are not on sale. And they're also back ordered, which I completely understand why. Us Halloween people, we're ready. And then I picked up a bunch of like Lion Brand DIY Glow twist yarns because I've never used it before. Well, okay, I only picked up 2. I picked up a hot pink one. Oh, my hand hurts. A hot pink one and then a purple one because I think I can mix it with yarns that I already have in my stash and like do a stripe in the middle. So like if I were to make a beret, I'll do like 3 rows or 3 rounds of hot pink, the regular hot pink, and then 3 rows of the DIY twist glow yarn. I think that would be really pretty. And then I put in my cart 2 different skeins of the Red Heart Super Glow yarn. I am not a fan of their acrylic yarns, but this is a glow yarn, so I know it's going to be a different formula, so maybe it will be softer. I am about to watch a review on it. 100% polyester. Maybe that's why I don't like Red Heart. Do they do acrylic or polyester? I've never been a fan of the way it feels. I mean, not a fan because it's where I started. Red Heart is extremely affordable and it's a really good yarn to start with. Once you start working with different kinds of yarns, then you kind of have your preferences, and Red Heart is not my preference. So I'm gonna go look at some reviews about it. But I picked up Glowworm Green and Spectral Seafoam. Those are such pretty colors. And how many yards come in it? Like I said, it's super affordable. So it's worsted weight 50 yards. That's it. Yeah, I'm not buying this yarn. I'm not buying any yarn. I want to. I really do. But 454 a skein for 50 yards, that's kind of a joke. Even Lion Brands is $5.59. Well, this is the sale price, by the way. $5.59. Red Heart's sale price is $4.54. Normally it's $6.49. Retail says $6.49, and then it has that crossed out, and then it says $5.99, which that's also crossed out, and now it says $4.54. I don't know what the actual price is, but Lion Brands is $5.99 or $5.59. Original price is $7.99, and it has 103 yards. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to me. It might be worth it, but I can't afford to do this right now. I just checked my bank account and I'm still like $100 short of where I feel comfortable with spending money. I know I get paid on Thursday and I need to wait till Thursday. I know these sales, like the halfway to Halloween sales, are probably still going to be going till Thursday. So like I'm not too pressed about that. It's the free shipping that I'm a little bit pressed about. So, oh well, it's sad. But I told myself no yarn shopping, especially in the month of May. No yarn shopping. We are not buying any more fabric, which I haven't bought fabric in a really long time, unless Universal announces or HHN announces that they're doing a Fallout house, which it's almost guaranteed that they're doing it right now. They have like 3 map designs. I'm sure none of y'all follow HHN, but I do. I love HHN. And the Spectator, what's it called? I don't remember what it's called, but the map that they do early on in the year where they like kind of speculation map, that's what it's called. They have 3 little pictures on the bottom right corner. One's a radio tower, one's a thumbs up, and one is a graveyard with chains on it. I personally see all 3 of those being a possibility for a Fallout house, which I know it's not going to happen. There's no way they're going to do 3 Fallout houses. That's just impossible. But I think it's like they do have other ideas, but like I think it's up in the air where they're placing these houses because the radio tower in the Fallout games, like one of the, I think New Vegas it is, that you're supposed to go to a radio tower for something. I don't remember because I never finished a game. I just really, really love the aesthetics. I, even in video gaming, have ADHD. So big old sandbox games, I have never finished a sandbox game in my life. Even Pokemon, like the last Pokemon, like main story series or main series, I never finished that because they made it sandbox, which is really, really great. I love that they made it sandbox because like it's more realistic to me. Although I really do love the original games, it's just really fun being able to like explore a world, a well fleshed out world. And I really love that like the Pokemon pop out so you can see what you're about to like go into battle with, which is it's really cute. I love what they do with Pokemon nowadays. I know I'm not the target demographic, so I'm not gonna get upset about like anything really because I'm not like a I just play because the Pokemon are cute. Anywho's, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Fallout. The thumbs up. I 100% that was the I forgot what the little character is called, but like the little Fallout guy, like the little model or whatever. Thumbs up is like part of not only the show but also the game. So, and then the little gravestone with like the I don't know, the chains. I think it's going to be Hatchet and Chain from last year's house. Their little big. Why do I forget these? Like every time I want to talk about something, I forget what I'm talking about or like, what I want to talk about. I forget the name of it. But they have like a B-roll movie house every few years. This is the second one actually, so I can't say it's every few years. But it's a house where they kind of like have ideas that weren't really fully fleshed out or they didn't have enough to make it into a full house. Hatchet and Chain was my favorite. So it was supposed to be like zombie and then like zombie cowboy kind of theme. And I think that'd be really cool. But also in the Fallout series, the ghoul, there's another word for it. There's like another thing in the front. But the feral ghoul, well, he's not feral. He's actually like a tame ghoul, but the ghoul is also kind of like a bounty hunter thing. Oh yeah, and that's the Hatchet and Chain too. A bounty hunter, zombie, cowboy. Super cool idea. I do hope that becomes a house because I wanted so much more out of that, but they really didn't give us anything. So hopefully that does become a house. But that's the only reason why I would buy yarn or fabric is if they were to announce Fallout. That yeah, because I want to make a Fallout jumper thing. So I'm not gonna make like an actual like overall pant because it's way too hot to do that. My plan is to make like a maybe it's going to be 1940s because that's like all my sewing patterns, but like a 1940s bolero or inspired bolero, and then do like the little skirt style thing that I've been doing. Maybe I'll do like a romper, but honestly, that just that takes so long to get out of those. I don't think I want to do that. But yeah, that's the brain working right now. If you saw me holding this is just the bodice of what I was working on yesterday. So, all right, no yarn. A sad, sad day. Unless like somebody drops $100 in my Kobe. No, I'm not. I'm not pressuring anybody. No way. But that yarn is so pretty. I'm in the background. I have on mute somebody testing the Lion Brand glow in the dark yarns, and like I love the Lion Brand yarns, and I'm like pretty disappointed that I can't get it right now. Maybe later on in the day. I'll talk to my husband. He hasn't woken up yet. He still has like 2 hours before he'll wake up. Oh, the spectral. Oh, that's so pretty. Anyways, back to crochet. All right, so we're moving on to this Bernat Super Value yarn. I've talked about it before in my Hirschner's order, and like I already know I don't really like the fabric or the texture as much as I like the Bernat. This is all I have left of the This is not Big Twist. This is Big Twist. This is Bernat, and like there's a slight difference. There's a slight difference in color too, but that's because they're not dyed in the same place. That's fine. But I can tell you, I do love that it comes with the easy pull. This also had the easy pull, or yeah, easy pull from the outside too, where it kind of like was inside here. So all you have to do is find the one yarn that like looks different and then just pull. but it's going to be okay. This is 440 yards, which I think is very similar to Big Twist. Big Twist had, how much did you have? You had 380 yards. So there's already more in here. So that's pretty nice. And I think they were the same price point, just a little bit. This one had like a tiny bit more smoother of a texture compared to this, but I think this is also twisted a little bit tighter. Just a tiny little bit. Not much of a difference, but all right. I'm still looking at the yarns. I really like the spectral seafoam. Like I looked at, there's not enough reviews on YouTube about this yarn, and it's not going to be me because then I just have to make one short video about my reviews. Maybe it could be me, but also, I don't know. I just don't see myself wanting to do something like that. I just feel like it's clickbaity. I mean, if it's a legitimate review, then it wouldn't be clickbaity. But also, if it's whatever, I'm still sitting on it. I'm still thinking about it because I really love the color of the spectral seafoam, not only through the glow of it, but like its base color is really pretty, and the glowworm green too. Like I hate that it's 454 for only 50 yards, and that's on sale. Ugh, I just talked to the mutual that just messaged me about Discord and all that. I told her that whenever my cotton grows in, I do plan on making like dyeing them fluorescent colors. I don't remember. I didn't read her text, but I don't remember if she also spins yarn. If she does, then I'll just send it to her dyed so that she can spin it herself because I don't know if I'm going to want to spin that much. But if she doesn't, then I'll go ahead and spin it for her. But she's really nice. I like her, and she's been very helpful to me. I do plan on dyeing my cotton once I get it grown. It shouldn't be done until like next year. I think October ish, probably before October because we live in Florida. But around that time is when it's going to start like puffing out. And I want to do glow in the dark yarns, and I want to do fluorescent yarns. That's my goal. That's my first goal. Like, of course, I want to do the pride yarns, but I think that's something that's going to be in the future because that's going to be a lot of colors to put in. I want one base color when I first start dyeing because, like, I don't know how to dye anything yet. I've never even dyed my own clothes. I've been curious and wanting to, but I haven't done it yet because I'm just too nervous. I did have a shirt that I thrifted. The reason why I think it went into the thrifting was because the button doesn't come off. So I might just cut that up and learn how to dye using that. But anyways, all right. Let's finish up this bodice. I'm almost done. I'm like halfway, probably even more than halfway. I don't remember how many rows I need to do, but all right. I'm gonna stare at this yarn some more because I really, really want it. All right, so we're finished with the 4 pieces of the medium, I believe. It's gonna be like ranging from small to large. So the thing is, with each size, the only difference is the sleeve length. So I made it from extra small up to 4X. That's what the pattern calls for. But the the bodice size, I feel like the bodice piece is the most important part. The sleeve length isn't that important. So I think that's how I'm gauging. I think I talked about it, but that's kind of how I'm gauging which ones I should make to put on the shop and maybe bring to market if I make it to one. I've mentioned this before. I don't think I'm going to the market if I do get accepted, just because I mentally don't think I'm ready for that. Like, I'm nervous. I need banners. I just don't have the tools that I need. I have all the stuff I need to sell. It's the tools to be a shop owner. Now that we have that done, I don't feel like sewing it up right now, but I do feel like making little gummy bears because I said I was going to do that either last week or the week before because I still haven't stopped by the Winter Haven Joann, and I don't really want to give out the same things I gave out to the other Joann. I know it's like not a big deal, but like also I just don't want to. I have a bunch of little swivel keychains that I need to spray paint black. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but they're all orange right now, and I really don't want to put them on an orange keychain because it's kind of distracting to me. Distracting isn't the right word, but I just don't like the way that it looks. The yarns I do plan on using are going to be these electric light, well, not electric, but this neon. Oh God, a mess. We're going to use this yarn, And then the blue one, I have it in the other room, but we're going to use these. This yarn I am a fan of. It's very soft, kind of smooth. The twist is like, there's kind of like a halo effect. Not really, but it's compared to other yarns I use, it's kind of halo-y. So we're going to use this yarn. We're going to use the blue yarn. We're going to go real quick to go spray paint those. There's a wasp outside. I think there's a nest forming, and I don't like that. We don't like wasps. We like bees. We don't like wasps. So, all right, I'll be right back. Gotta let them dry a little bit. They're kind of like, I don't know what some of them look like. Like, that one kind of looks raised. I don't know. The texture looks weird. It's okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I guess while we're out here, oh, look at little Mr. Lizard. Hello, lizard. I'll give you an update on my little cotton plants. So these are from sample B. They're really pretty. The leaves look really full. This one kind of has a third one growing in there. This one only has one growing, which is honestly fine. You can see the shell husk right there. That's cool. Is that one growing? From the camera, it looks like it. No, that's the husk. Here's my goth hibiscus plant. Very pretty. Still doing well. ZZ Raven. And then my bell pitcher plant, who still hasn't grown any bells, but that's okay. And then over here is sample A, the one that I had to scratch the leaves on. So now the leaves are starting to look good. But the ones from the first where I had to scratch the seed, I don't think that's the best play. I'm not going to do that again because that doesn't look good. It looks like they're hurting. They're in pain. So I'm never going to do that again. I'm just going to use the method where I put them in like the paper towel and let them just sprout themselves. These ones are doing all right. This side doesn't get as much sun as that side does. I feel like I made a mistake by planting them in clay pots. I should have used like a plastic trainer pot, but they did get a little bit of water today. Good for them. So it's going to be a little bit difficult. I'm going to move them into this whenever it's ready. I think they still have a little bit of time before they need to be repotted, but yeah, they're going to go in here. New home. Not going to lie, I don't think the paint is holding onto it well. I think I needed to strip the paint, but I don't have paint stripper. So this is just what it's going to look like. I flipped it. It's not good looking. So we'll see how it feels when it dries a little bit more. But it's not promising. Honestly, it's kind of like a nice little pop of color in there. I don't know. So, unfortunately, I don't believe that they're going to really take the black. That's on me for not having all the materials I needed. But honestly, it looks more punk that way. That is the motto in this household. Everything that doesn't turn out the way that I want them to, not perfect, it looks more punk that way. So, we're just going to start working on some gummy bears right now. I'm going to make at least 6. 3 in each color, I believe. And then after that, I don't know what I want to do. Maybe make more gummy bears, but this one for sure I want to put on the keychains. I only did 6 keychain dies, whatever. I just didn't feel like doing the rest of it because that's just a lot. I don't want to purchase any black ones. I've been able to find those laying around and not spend a single dime on them. So lucky me. I would like to in the future maybe purchase if I can't find them anymore. But as of now, I have a ton of those and I don't need any more. So, all right, gummy bear time. Okay, you guys are sitting behind a pole for me, so I can't tell what I'm looking at, but hopefully we'll be able to see this. But this is the gummy bear so far. I haven't finished it off because I plan on sewing it into the keychain so it's less likely to fall off, and closing it off with the sewn in part. So we're waiting on the little things to dry still, which is shocking. Well, honestly, it's not that shocking. I sprayed a bunch of spray paint on it. So I'm glad that I only did 6 of them because the plan is now to buy paint stripper so that it will stick a little bit better. It's not the worst looking thing, but it's also not what I wanted. And yeah, I'm gonna make another one where I just kind of hold it like this. I'm just gonna have a bunch of like unfinished gummy bears laying everywhere in this house. I'm thinking of also using like the hot pink I have inside my stash, the glittery one. That's gonna be kind of cute. maybe that one will be for sale, but I think for the Joann's employees. Oh, we're going on Tuesday, by the way. I told my husband and I asked him about the Hirschner's yarn order, and he's like, he and I were in the same boat. It's like it's April, so it's technically still not May, where I do a no buy May. And I was like, oh shoot, I plan on going to Joann one last time, the Winter Haven one. Hopefully it's still open. Fingers crossed. I'm not too sure. I've heard the stores that weren't supposed to be shut down in like the initial shutdown thing. I've heard that they are staying open later. So the Winter Haven one is the one that was supposed to stay open later. Like supposed to, if like it didn't get bought out by a liquidator, it was supposed to stay open. So they should be open in May. I'm really sad thinking about it, but the Lakeland one is closed forever soon. Oof, if not already. That was a very sentimental one for me. Anywho's, we're going on Tuesday, and I know I'm gonna want to spend money there. And my husband was the one that suggested going on Tuesday, so I have a feeling he's gonna end up buying something for me. If it's like one, I don't know. I'm hoping that they have like some shelving. I don't think I want to buy yarn because now that I know that Big Twist yarn is coming to Hirschner's, I don't have a reason to unless they have a special yarn that I need. I don't see myself wanting to buy it. Ooh, a butterfly just flew. So pretty. If they have any patterns that I want, like sewing patterns, maybe I'll purchase that. Or if they have any shelving units that are like hella cheap, then I'll do that instead. Because I have been waiting for those to go on sale. I'm not gonna lie. That or baskets or something. Something I could like store all my stuff on because I just don't like the way I'm storing stuff right now. It's hard for me to see, and as an ADHDer, I need to be able to see things in my face to know what I have, and I can't do that right now. So, all right, and we're going to wait for that to dry. We're going to start working on a purple one, and then yes, are still behind the pole, like sitting right. Oh, I can see myself now. I have another one done. So, by the way, I don't think I mentioned this, but this pattern is from Once Upon a Cheerio. I decided to just take the pattern and put it in my Canva because there were so many ads on there. I get it, get your bag, but I don't want to be on your site every time because I have a feeling I'm going to make these more than once. I think I've already used this pattern before. So, I think I wrote it down probably, and I just never worked it up again because I didn't like the way it looked. I used the DIY glow yarn for it, and I think I used a size 5 millimeter hook or maybe a size 4. Either way, it didn't come out the way I wanted to. This one, I'm using a 3.5 millimeter hook, and it's coming out much better. And for the bobble, I did the over under hook thing 7 times, 8 times, whatever. Normal bobble stitch, you yarn over, or what is it? Yeah, you yarn over, insert hook, yarn under, yarn over, yarn under, insert hook. You do that multiple times, and normally I only do that 6 times, but this one's 8 times. So, all right, I'm gonna double check on my carabiners, keychain, swivel things, see if they're dry yet. They're probably not, which is also, it's fine. It's fine. I think what I might do if they're still not dry is I'm going to take the wrist warmers or the hand warmers that I made and attach the blue one to it because that color blue is in that colorway. Actually, let me go grab it real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about. Hello. So they're not dry yet. They're still kind of shiny, which I think it's supposed to dry matte. So I'm going to check on them probably in an hour. It's supposed to be quick dry, but the issue is that I like sprayed a bunch on there when it probably didn't need it. I need to look that up. I need to do all that stuff because I do want to make more and I do want to release it on like my at least Ko-fi. I think if I were to bring it to a market, I'd probably charge like maybe $8, but online I'll do like 10, and then on Etsy I'll do 15 because Etsy is Etsy. There's so much work that goes into Etsy, whereas Ko-fi, I kind of use Ko-fi like a Depop, I think. I've never used Depop myself just because it's like another app that you can shop on, and I do my best to avoid shopping apps. It's just not for me to be going on there and wanting those things. when I know how to make my own clothes. And on top of that, it's like, it's money I don't want to spend. So I'd rather just not look at it. So, anyways, the plan is to let me get you guys situated a little bit easier. All right, so I have been planning on making a pattern. Well, I have made this a pattern on like lemonade and short form content. I've made this into a pattern. I just wrote the pattern in the description. But these are the arm hand gloves, whatever. And then we'll have the gummy bears hanging. So I think it'd be really cute. This side. Maybe one on each side. I don't know. I really don't like this color yarn or this yarn, whatever. It's not my favorite. It's okay. But it's just like, it's too variegated for me. I'm not a big fan of it. The purple one, actually, will the purple one look better? Maybe the purple one actually looks better. Because I think having it in here makes it a little bit too wild, too crazy, too fun. Or if I did both. No, that's too much. But I think I might actually do the purple instead. A little bit cute. I don't know. I do know. I want to do purple. And maybe I'll make another one with just blue. But this yarn, I'll probably not buy again. I liked the idea of it. And if it was fluorescent, I would have loved it more. But it's not fluorescent at all. It's just neon colors. And that's not what I was looking for. I wanted a replacement for my rave yarn. It is very soft. I am a big fan of it. I love, well, not soft. It's like very, I don't know how to call the word, but it's basically like, it doesn't feel like it's falling apart. It's very tightly spun and it feels like it's anti-pilling. It feels a lot like the living yarn. I think I mentioned this before, but it feels like the living yarn for the variegated, at least. For these ones, it just feels very soft. It doesn't feel like anti-pilling, and it's it's not squishy, but it is very fun to work with. I'm not having any texture issues or sensory issues with this, so I can see myself working with it more. Gummy bear. Sorry, I don't really have much more to say. With the pattern release, by the way, there's a lot of math that goes with it, and I did most of like the rough draft of the math at work while I was just bored sitting around because when I don't have anything to organize, I just kind of doodle. I know I need to get a measurement for the armhole depth, and I know I need to get measurement for a bodice or for the bust size, which I do already have that written down. And for the lace, what I'm going to do is I am going to measure it out, and then this is what the pattern testers are for. I'm going to ask them, well, okay, I'm going to measure my own body measurement, and then I'm going to make another one because I wrote down how many stitches come with each lace. So each lace motif takes 28 stitches of the base foundation, which probably makes no sense to y'all. So I'm just going to stop talking about that. But I'm going to increase per, like, yeah. And then I will ask the stitch or the pattern testers to measure it themselves. And then if it's not big enough to wrap around them, then I will adjust. So what I'm going to do with this pattern testing is going to be I'll have them do the bodice piece first because that's all math that I can do. And it's not really hard at all. It's all working in multiples of tens. The lace piece is working in multiples of 28. So that will be its own separate. So bodice, then lace, and then adjust, and then release. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the premiere yarn to come in so that I can act like I said, I want to work it up alongside the pattern testers so that I can get an accurate gauge. And then on top of that, I don't know, I need to make another one. I don't need to, but I would love to make another one. And then we'll sew it up all together. And then, yeah, I don't think it's definitely not going to be ready because I'm not going to get the package until well after May 1st. So I don't think the pattern release is going to be the first week of May. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be pushed off until the middle of May, which is also fine because it gives me a little bit more time. And then that way it will be ready to release in the summer when Halfoween, well, it is Halfoween, when the Halloween like things are starting, when people start thinking about doing Halloween because Halloween starts showing up in the big box stores. So people might want to like get their Halloween crafts started because, Halloween time. But yeah. So I'm going to push that off, but I do want to do a maybe I'll do it for Halloween, maybe not. I absolutely want to do a merch drop. So maybe look forward to that. I don't know. I don't know what all I want to drop. I first want to drop the berets because I have pictures of the berets, and maybe I'll drop the bandanas. But the bandanas I feel like are gonna boring to drop. So, all right. Anyways, let me get to this. So I stop yapping and get stuff done, and then maybe I can work on the merch drop. I'm a silly goose. I put it on the wrong side, and I already sewed it in and all that, and I just don't feel like going back in on it. Oh, how does it look? This could be the prototype. Why do I do this? Oh no. It's so pretty. Should I just take it apart? I'm going to take it apart. I'd rather on the outside. Like, let's put it on this side. Pretend like I have no thumb. It looks better on this side. I feel like. I gotta take it apart. I can't do this. Oh god. Oh no. Okay. Let me. So, I didn't end up redoing it because I was just too lazy. I feel like I should make another one on the other side then, because then it will even it out. I might just do that. And then, I don't know, it doesn't really look like a gummy bear. How far away does it? It just looks like a blob. Dang it. I don't know. Maybe I'm bad at amigurumi. That's what happens when you're not good at it. So, gummy bear, gummy bear. I'll put another one on the other side just to even it out because I don't really like it being just one side. If I do sell this, it's probably going to be very expensive because amigurumi is not my forte, and I feel like I'm using quite a bit of yarn for this. It is too warm to be wearing this. I need to turn down the AC and shut the back door. I need to check on the little clip things. I don't feel like working on this right now, so I'm going to put this to the side and then work on those little clips because I want to get that done. I'm more concerned about that than I am with the arm warmers because it is getting closer to summer. Nobody's going to want to wear those in the summer. So if I do another release, those are going to be released for Halloween time. I do still really want to do the bandanas. Well, now, okay, I want to do the bandanas. That's a summer friendly thing. Berets are almost summer friendly. It's still spring, so I guess it could fall into the spring thing and like indoor events. So that's something to look forward to. Also, I want to work on this thing. I saw this on TikTok, I think. They were making a bag, and what they did was they crocheted like maybe 5 rows, did three separate things of that, and then they plaited it or braided it. And I thought that was a really cool way to make straps. So I might make a water bottle holder, make that into a pattern because it is getting summer and it's very important to stay hydrated, not only for your hydration health, but also your skin health. I know I'm not the best person to ask about skin, but it is so good to keep yourself hydrated because then you'll need less. The thing with aging is that we are being pushed all of these skincare products when a lot of the skincare products don't need to be used if you just drink water. Too many of us just drink soda, and on top of that, like because we're going through a recession, a lot of us are probably going to have to stop drinking sodas. I'm not a soda drinker, but I know there's a lot of people in my life that are soda drinkers and they're having to cut back on it. And like, I don't know. Let's not talk about that because I'll go on a whole entire rant and that's not fair to y'all because this is a clothing making channel. I don't know what this channel is, to be honest. I do travel, I do sew, I do crochet. This is just literally a vlog. So, anywho's, I think it would be really good to make a water bottle holder as summer approaches and more of us are more conscious about hydrating ourselves. That, yeah. All right, let's go and grab those little swivel keychains. Hopefully they're dry, and if they're not dry, then God, what am I gonna do? They're not pretty, but at this point, I really don't care. These are just for free, anyways, so I don't care what it really looks like. And the Joann's employees aren't going to remember me, most likely. They'll just be like, oh, I got this at Joann, or I got this while I was working at Joann. So, anyways, you can see this side is pretty matte, right? Can you see it? All right, this side is pretty matte, and this side is kind of shiny, but you can still see the orange through it. And a lot of them came out pretty matte. I think it's supposed to come out matte. This one's kind of shiny. So I don't know what's up with that. In the future, I will certainly buy paint stripper because I 100% believe that's what happened. All right, so let's get these gummy bears done. Oh, I forgot to turn down the AC. I'm sweating. I randomly picked up my black light because I was bored. This one does glow under light. This yarn is good for like the fluorescent light stuff. This is just a white right here. Wow. That's incredible. I didn't realize it would. Now let's go to the other one. This blue one, I think this one does. Blue on blue makes it a little bit purple. Like, I don't know. This purple, like, maybe. I don't think this one gives. Like, you can see right here, these ones give. This one, I maybe it's just the purple that doesn't work. But this blue, and then this definitely gives fluorescent. Oh, neat. Yeah, you can see where there's a little bit of holes from the decreases. I think this is just like a really light. Maybe that's why the purple doesn't give, but wow. Wow. So now I think I remember why I didn't use the gummy bear pattern. It doesn't look like gummy bear. I don't know what it looks like, but this is it. I want to use this light, this whatever this blue color, electric blue. I want to use this for other stuff, but gummy bear is not it. These, I'm going to make 2 more. I'm going to sell them off. I don't like them. I'm never going to wear them. This, I'm just going to make 6 of these for the Joann employees. This texture on here is disgusting. So I don't blame the Joann employees if they just throw it away. I'm a little bit sad about it, but this texture is disgusting. It's the spray paint. I get it. But I looked up paint strippers. You can make it at home, but the thing is I don't have borax at home. I don't have ammonia at home, and I don't have washing soda. So it's just more beneficial to me if I just buy paint stripper because there's a lot of things that I have painted in my house that I want to get stripped anyways. So honestly, it might be the best case scenario. I do have a water bottle that I've been wanting to strip the paint off of. I got at Disney for super duper cheap. It was like $7. Even though I don't care for the design on it, it's $7 and it's a really good quality water bottle. That's going to be the base probably of my water bottle holder, sling, whatever. I might make a pocket for it too. We'll see. Anyways, gotta make 5 more of these little guys. Maybe 2 more in the purple, 3 more in the purple. So 5 total. I don't know. They don't look like gummy bears. We got 3 of these little guys done. I kind of like took the end of my, where did I put my crochet hook? I took the end of my crochet hook, inserted it and like kind of pushed out the little puffs so it looks a little bit more gummy bear like, but it's still in it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking too hard at it. Maybe because I'm the person that's making it, it's harder for me to actually like it. But we got the 3 blue ones done. I need to take a break because I'm hungry and all I'm thinking about are pizza rolls. Yeah, I want pizza rolls. So I'm going to go get that real quick. And then I will get back to doing the purple ones. These are kind of cute now that I puff them out. I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? Do they look like a gummy bear? Or do they just look like a blob? From the side, it doesn't look too bad. It almost looks like a spheal. The color reminds me of Cookie Monster, and maybe that's why I'm having a hard time thinking that these look like gummy bears. All right, food time. So, I got a comment on Redbook of one of my old videos where I did my makeup with like hot pink, and they say clown vibes, and I thought that was a compliment because, like, honestly, clown vibes are pretty fun to me. And I was like, "Ooh, yes, I love that." And then they commented back, "Sad that you want to go through life looking like a clown." And I just answered "lol" because like I thought it was hilarious. And like, why do people do that? Why do people just go on other people's comments and just like make fun of their appearance? Like, I'm not, I mean, I'm a little bit offended. That's why I'm on here talking about it. But like, also, like, why are you on my page? Like, it's not like even on my page. Like, it's just the fact that they feel obligated to tell me that I look bad. I don't understand why people are so anti art. Like, why? Art is subjective, so I get it. And I understand that it's not for everybody. I don't think I particularly looked clown like, but I think it's the whole clean thing. Like, there was a discussion. Sorry, I'm going to put you guys down because my arm hurts. There has been this discussion in the goth community about like clean goth and how it's like kind of taking away from the goth aesthetic, or not even the aesthetic, but the movement. And the point of being goth is to look a little bit. I mean, it's not really the point. The point of goth is like being in the music community and following and understanding the politics that comes with being goth. And a lot of times the aesthetic does fall under that. It's nonconformity. And I think for a lot of people, they're not really understanding the nonconformity part, even if they are in the alternative community. I believe that my style of goth is like, I know it's my own. And there's not that many people in the vintage community who are also like mixing other styles. And I'm not trying to like make myself feel better than anybody else, but I just don't believe that there's a lot of us that are vintage goth and like mixing J fashion. I think I'm pretty rare in that, and it's hard for people to understand and get behind my style, especially since it's all DIY. And it's not even like DIY thrift ups or whatever. It's literally I just make it myself. So I don't know. I'm not upset about the comment. Honestly, anytime somebody comments something like that, I'm just like, I know I'm inspiring somebody else. Your comment doesn't matter, and I'm not trying to conform. Like that's the point of being alternative. That's the I alternative means different. That's the point. So I don't know if you're like finding alternative content and you're not alternative yourself. I don't get it. I don't understand why you're looking for it. I don't understand why you're seeking it. I'm not going out of my way to look for Trump content. I'm not going out of my way to go find like right leaning content. That just doesn't bring me joy. I think people like that, like they take pleasure in being upset, and I'm not that kind of person. I used to be when I was younger because I didn't know any better. And I thought in life you had to be upset at everything. But the older I get, the more I'm like, I need to find inner peace and I need to make sure that I am okay with everything that I'm doing before I think about other people. So, anywho's, if you somehow find my alternative content and you think that I look like a clown, I take that as a compliment. So, thank you. I'm so frustrated that my heart is pumping. It's because I just finished my energy drink and like my brain just like, whatever. But I thought I could take that comment and make content out of it. Like, so I've been looking at these jester and clown outfit, like crochet patterns. I do have a clown sewing pattern, but I think that's going to take too long to make. But I think it'd be like a great thing to do for Halloween. Maybe this Halloween I can like do the sewing part of it. But for I'm going on a Halloween cruise, so I wonder maybe I shouldn't bring it on the cruise. I think that would be really fun to take those crochet patterns because I have so much yarn and use that as like a base, make the jester hat, make the collar, and then take that comment and just be like answer the comment by saying, "Oh, it's almost like the point of being alternative, you know, trying to look like a clown. I don't know, just looking different." So I might start doing that soon. Sorry, some of this came out super shiny and like really nice, and then the other side didn't come out very well at all, like super dull. Whatever. Okay. Anyways, that's my thought right now. I think that would be really funny, and I will get around to that as soon as possible. Fish haul. Just kidding. It's gummy bear haul. Oh, this one keeps falling out of my hand. But I made 6 of them. They're okay. Like I said, from the side profile, it looks all right. From the front, it just looks like a blob. So whatever. I hope that they are received well and that I don't they don't get thrown away, because I'm sure these little guys are expensive. If anything, I hope the Joann employee that receives this reuses this part. The yarn, whatever, you know? All right, so now that this is done, I'm not going to work on that jester outfit because I think I was just speaking out of anger. But also, I think it would be fun because I've been wanting to do it anyways. I think I want to start working on the water bottle holder using this blue yarn because I think it'd be really nice. This blue yarn and then black yarn. I have on my Premier yarn order, I have ordered Premier yarn acrylic in black because I know that I want to try and branch out to other yarns to see how good they feel on my hand texture wise. For my Hirschner's order, I did order white yarn because I'm running low on the white yarn, and I do want to make more of these guys in different sizes. And I don't want to have like a couple sizes in one colorway and a couple sizes, different sizes in a different colorway. You know what I mean? I do have the one that I've made for myself that I don't really want to wear anymore because it's just the opposite colors, kind of the top from in lime green and black. So that one is going to be the only one that I'm going to have doubles of. It's going to be like a medium size, but or whatever size that I fit in. I might actually take a little bit of a not sit here and look at stuff break. I don't know. I'm watching Angela Benedict's video about goth drama, good drama, whatever. It's really fun listening to her stories because she was a goth in the 90s. I got interested in the goth subculture in the 90s, but I wasn't in the goth subculture. I was absolutely a mall goth. I was one of those guys. And then I went into the emo phase, and then I went to the teeny weeny phase. And I am now, I would consider myself goth more now than I was in high school ever, even though I was going to say I was more alternative back then, but I wouldn't say I was more alternative back then. I certainly am now. I definitely have more of the music subculture or the music culture in my life than I did back then. It was so much harder to find music way back then. We didn't have Bandcamp or anything. I was lucky enough to be in the age where we did get internet, but it took us a long time. We didn't get internet in our house until I was in maybe 10th grade, and then we didn't get high speed internet until maybe late. Well, I don't even think we had high speed until after I came back from college the first year. I don't know. I don't remember. I just know that anytime I needed or wanted music, I had to go online and use the MP3 or like the YouTube to MP4 converter thing and then take that, file it all myself because obviously you can't like grab the files. And then we used to have like BearShare, and then we had LimeWire and all that. But for me, it was more frustrating downloading something that wasn't actually the song because back then you couldn't hear the sample of the song. The sample of the song didn't exist. So you were just blindly downloading something. And I think I've mentioned this before, but back then when you were blindly downloading something, a lot of the artists, they would not put their name in it or anything. They would just put the title and artist that they were inspired by and then call it that. And there's so many songs that I probably am blindly unaware of, but know the song, don't know the title, don't know the artist, because that's how music was shared back then. And like maybe they did have it, like the uploader had like a little bio or something. I don't know. I didn't look that far into it because shortly after like learning about LimeWire and all that, I learned about MP4 to YouTube, which was a lot more reliable, which that was always rough too because I would download it from the music video, and the music video not always, but sometimes would actually have like things that weren't included in the song. And then a lot of times whenever it downloaded, it would corrupt. So but yeah, it's really fun and interesting to see elders in the community. I'm not saying like she's like old or anything. She is older than me, and it's cool to hear her story and what her experience was like because I wish I had better memories of my early alternative phases, but it's all stuck on MySpace and I can't download any of those photos. And on top of that, there was a period of time where my mom like really upset me and I didn't want to live anymore and I just didn't feel like I was good enough, so I deleted everything off my MySpace. And that computer that was part of, my parents aren't sentimental at all and they don't realize the value of keeping all your memories digital because they are boomers. That computer's gone. So it's really sad to think about. There's a lot of people that were able to keep all of their memories. I am not one of them. And I feel like there's a big hole in my like life because my parents stopped taking videos or pictures of us because like we weren't well off and we just like never really spent time with each other. My parents were always busy working because you know we were poor, and on top of being poor, like we weren't really their priority. Their priority was to make sure that the bills were paid, which is very fair and valid. My mom being a foreigner and going through a divorce because my parents were on and off a lot, and I that was definitely a large part of my abandonment issues as a kid. And not only that, a lot of my early relationships, there was a lot wrong with my early relationships, and I feel bad for anybody I was in a relationship with when I was younger because I certainly was the problem. Not saying that they were perfect, but I certainly was a problem. They didn't keep any memories of us. They didn't take any pictures. It just felt like they weren't ever proud of us. So, yeah, I feel like that's a huge gap in my life that I will never get back. The only thing I have are memories. And because I have anxiety, most of my memories are very negative. So, like, I don't know. I'm going to stop talking now before I start crying. But I'm going to take a break and work on the water bottle holder as soon as I get back. Oh, I think I want to use this yarn actually because although I do kind of like this, I don't think I want to make another one. I just really don't like the way that the gummy bears look. It's just not for me. So this will go up on my Ko-fi probably. It's probably not going to go on my Etsy because I think it's a waste of 20 cents to put it on my Etsy and then maybe not sell. So this will go on my Ko-fi eventually whenever I get around to that. And then, yeah. All right, break time. Hi. I mentally am not doing well. And I don't want to talk about it because every time I do, it gets really depressing. I talked a little bit about another mental health issue thing yesterday. I might delete it. I don't know if I have. I don't know. I'm not editing for another 2 days, but oh. So I want to show you guys what I've worked on. I showed you guys the finished bodice or whatever. I started working on the water bottle holder. I think I made the sleeve or the little sash thing a little bit too short. I don't know. Like, I know it's going to stretch out, so I'm not too pressed about it, but here it is right now. Once it stretches with the water bottle in it, because I'm going to have a heavy water bottle, it should be fine. I'm just worried about this area. Whatever. If I don't like it, then I can just give it away or something. I don't know. But right here isn't the worst. Like, it's probably going to, I don't know, maybe like have it right here. Then it's going to hit right there. Whatever. It's fine. I'll get over it. It's cute though. I like the way that it came out. I just think that the sash is a little bit too short. And then right now I am working on the beret. And I didn't tell you guys I was working on a beret, but I am. We're doing a little drippy beret thing right now. I'm sewing in the little drips, but yeah, I don't know if I have enough drips on here to be honest, but it is what it is. It's cute as far as I've gone. It's pretty cute. I don't really have anything else I'm working on. I'm just here, vibing, watching a bunch of YouTube, feeling sad, but trying not to let it affect me, letting my brain, try to get my brain off of things. And yeah, update done. Hi, good morning. It is afternoon, as per usual. I'm feeling much better than yesterday. Not as depressed. Still a little bit sad about my life, but you know, that's bound to. You never grow out of depression. I mean, you can try, but like you don't really ever grow out of like an actual depressive. I don't know. Maybe I need more therapy. Anyways, last night I started trying to do a leg warmer thing because I was like, oh yeah, I can knock this out in like 4 hours. Got tired of it, bored of it. Really, really, my back started hurting. I'm only getting older. Everything hurts more often now. I don't think I want to make it into leg warmers. I was just really obsessed with this color. Like, look at my makeup. It really kind of matches, right? Love that. I started on that. I'm giving up on that. I'm probably just going to use the rest of this yarn. I really actually love this yarn. I'm a big fan of this yarn. It's very soft compared to the black yarn, which like the black yarn is okay. Oh, I don't know. So I kind of did like a ruffly thing. I kind of like it, but I think it'd be cuter as like arm warmers or hand warmers. So maybe I'll get back to it. I like what I was doing, but I just don't want to make those into leg warmers right now because I am limited on that yarn and I don't want to use up all the yarn I have right now. Now, I might make more berets. Did I make anything? Oh, I'm definitely going to make more water bottles because I think that's really important. And I do like this pattern. It is my own pattern. I am dressed and ready to go to Joann. I think I showed y'all to the gummy bears. This whole week's been a blur, to be honest, but I have 6 gummy bears. They're sitting. I just posted that video on TikTok. I actually did my whole entire get ready with me routine today with video camera and all that because like I've been thinking about it. And I think the reason why I'm tired of or like burnt out of making content or whatever, I wouldn't even call it content at this point. It's just literally just me sitting in front of a camera, brushing my hair and doing my makeup. I'm burning out because one, I felt like I'm looking at the likes. That's my issue. And I need to stop doing that. And it's so hard because I'm conditioned to being a people pleaser, I suppose. One of the things too is I kind of tone down the music in my content because I want people to enjoy the music. And I gotta stop doing that too. I shouldn't care what other people think. Like, yes, I enjoy getting the compliments and I do enjoy making things that people can inspire to be. Speaking of, one of my mutuals recently, she is a brand new super beginner crocheter. She just started 2 months ago and she used my pattern and she finished it. It looks so good. Like I'm she called me her crochet god. I'm like, no need for that. That's really sweet of you. She's so sweet and like I know she's younger and my role in life, what I want to do is inspire other people to dress the way they want, to get into fashion, making their own fashion, just be themselves. And if I can't walk the walk, but I just talk the talk, it's not good for anybody. So this all being said, I really, really want to like inspire other people to continue making their own fashion. And I need to stop thinking about what other people will think about it because at the end of the day, the art is for me and not everybody in general. Like my whole entire thing is being counterculture. And if I aspire to be liked by everybody, that's not quite counterculture of me. So, all right. I don't think my husband is awake yet. He might be now since I'm loud and I have my headphones in and I've been listening to VK like I had a lot of VK. So that's all right. Bye-bye. No, not goodbye. Like see ya in a few. So long, Joann. This is the last visit. Really sad. Dun 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 dun. So we got some yarn. There were only 3 employees. Well, there was a 4th one, but I think I came in when they were switching shifts. Sorry if that was like really hard to hear because I was moving the mic, but we got 3 in this colorway, and then we got 3 patterns. I got a bunch of patterns with really cool sleeves because I like sleeves right now. We got this one, really obsessed with those sleeves. If you look on the back, I think it's one piece. So that's going to be super cool to work with. And then we have this one. I think this is a two-piece sleeve. So you can see it on the front. And then also we got, oh God, this one. I've been wanting to make this hood for a while. So I'm glad I was still there. That's going to be super cool to make that. And it replace it as a mask. So I think I got one more thing. Oh yeah, I got knitting needles. Because I want to try knitting again. I just don't know when I'm going to pick it up, but I just want to have them in my inventory because they were on sale anyways. So, alright. We're going to go eat. I thought I was going to cry, but I'm not. So, I'm being strong and brave. I'm so strong and brave. It's really sad to see it go, but that's life. So many of the businesses I like are going out of business. Not a big fan of corporations. However, I realized how important this corporation was to the crafting community and how like a lot of us got started in crafting because of this store and how accessible it is. That's the thing. It was accessible and that's why it was so good, but no more accessibility things. Now everything has to go through the internet, and that's such a shame because texture is an important thing in the crafting community and Michael's just doesn't have it. So anyways, we're gonna go home. No, we're gonna go eat and then we're gonna go home. We're gonna have all you can eat sushi. Food. Ew, why does it do this? Ew. It's a trolley ice pop. Ew. Good morning from the sewing room. I'm just waking up. I don't know if you guys can hear Jolene in the background, but I have my beautiful friend Cottage Corland Girl on for live stream so she can help me. I'm not going to be talking in there today. I already let her know, but I use other people in the background for me. It's called Parallel Play. Neurodiverse people, I'm sure you know, but I have other people on in the background to help me get through projects that I'm working on because I need other people to be doing stuff around me. That's why podcasts are so popular, by the way. I'm not a fan of most podcasts, but I just woke up, so my voice is all right now. Like I said, we were back in the sewing room. I tried making my own applique. So I don't think I've worked on this dress since this video started. I've been working on this dress forever because I just can't get myself to want to. I think the crochet hyperfixation was just so strong that I couldn't get behind it. But right now, the only project I want to work on are making water bottles, and that's frustrating, or water bottle holders, and that's frustrating me right now. And my arms are starting to hurt more often because I've been crocheting a lot these last few months, and I'm just kind of bored of it. Also, the Premier yarn still hasn't shipped, which is weird. Hirschner's shipped yesterday, I believe, so that's on its way. I'm getting a bunch of glow in the dark yarns, which I'm super excited about. I'm probably just going to use them as like accent pieces because there's just not that much in the set. I did start working on applique. So this dress, I want to try new techniques because one of the things I do with sewing is I just kind of only follow the pattern, and I want to branch out more, become more of a fashionista with it if you must, or if you will. I don't know become more of an individual with it because like, yeah, the pattern is there to be just a base, but I know what appliques are, and when it comes to crochet, I know how to make appliques, but for sewing, I don't. So I took a cookie cutter. I have it down here. This cookie cutter. I thought I had more cookie cutters shaped in stars, but I don't. This is the only one I have. So instead of doing 3 different size stars, I'm just going to do 1 star in the middle. It's not pretty, but we all start somewhere. Here is the star. I'll probably hold it like this on the thing, but this is the star. It's going to go in the center. It's not the worst thing in the world, but the thing is with this too, with appliques, is that it's something you sew on top. So whenever you get better at something, you just redo it. Like that's going to be exciting when I get better at making my own appliques. But this is the applique for now. So I at least got that done. I also finished the hem, the hem and folding it over and all that on the middle of the dress. So between the bodice and the skirt, the little hemline down there, I got that all sewed in. And now I'm working on the bias tape, which I went to Joann yesterday and I didn't see any black bias tape. go figure. It's a really popular color. It's a very neutral color. Same with white, very neutral colors. Everything they had left were like certain shades of pink, which some pinks are like a red pink. I like the blue pinks, the cool tone pinks. So I didn't pick up any. I also wasn't in the shopping mood for bias tape. Honestly, I could have used that as my first experience of using fabric dye. However, I didn't think about that till literally just now. But I want to get this project in. My friend Cottage Core Land Girl, she is sewing right now, so hopefully that will help get me sewing. The reason why I want to get this finished now really soon is because I really, really, really want to work on this hood. I've been looking at this hood, eyeballing this hood. There's a fashion person on TikTok, I believe, probably on all facets of social media, but they make something similar to this. And then there was this one story a long time ago. I don't know if it was rage bait or not. Like, honestly, everything on TikTok nowadays just feels like rage bait. So it could be a true story, it could be a fake story. But she wore something similar to this over her like clothing, and she got fired for inappropriate dressing. And I just don't, I don't know. It's not for me to understand. I'm not part of her community. I just happen to see the drama and the aftermath because that kind of stuff gets shot into the algorithm. Speaking of algorithm, my algorithm last night was starting to get back to normal. I started seeing more alternative people, more punk people, more goth people. It was like really refreshing. A lot more Japanese music, just music in general. Like, it always sucks when my TikTok's not there. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm crocheting so much is because my TikTok for you page is like just feeding me political stuff. And whenever I don't want that, I just go and like crochet because that keeps my hands busy. I listen to music while watching videos. Whereas with sewing, I don't feel like I need to do that. So, all right, let's get this started. No more procrastinating. I'm hoping it'd be really nice to get this finished by tonight. I think I can. Like, literally, it's just bias tape, getting the straps on, getting this applique on, and then the zipper. That's all I need to do, and it's done. Like, it's been rough trying to get this project done as somebody who was hyperfixating on crochet. And I think because it's getting warmer, I should be back into my sewing mode, hopefully. I just feel like I'm more into sewing in the warmer months because winter, it's one of those, it's unpredictable for the state of Florida. I mean, especially now that all the weather service people have been pretty much laid off, but it's pretty unpredictable down here, and you never know when you need like super long sleeve or like just regular clothes and all that. So I just don't bother with sewing, even though I do have clothing patterns for winter. I just don't bother. But anyways, stop procrastinating. We gotta get this done so we can work on this cool ass hood because that's gonna be dope as hell. Okay, so I have this perfect pretty much up here. And then I turn around and there's this little guy. And I don't know how to fix that. I already put the bias tape on and there's no way I'm going to fix that now. This bodice piece has given me so many issues for a while. I need to learn how to like do better with the darting. I think that's what it is. It needs better darting. Because I already put the bias tape on, it's too late to fix that. I really like that I had like the little cross section going back here. It really helps tighten it up. But because it's really like bad back here, I think I might have to get rid of the cross section, which really, really stinks because I think that would be so cute to have. This is very tight up here, so maybe it will be even cuter. Oh, also, here's the star applique. I like where it's placed. I think this will be fine. I gotta still make the little belt, which I plan on doing after I finish this. All I have to do is this applique and these straps, and straps annoy the hell out of me. And I need to stop making outfits that have straps because I prefer actually to do sleeves, but it takes so much more fabric, and that's one of the reasons why I resorted to this. This looks good too. Like my zipper, probably one of the best zippers. I lied. Not one of the best zippers, but a pretty decent zipper, I think. Ugh, this stinks. I do like how high this is because most times the neckline is like down here, and I hate that because it's just like I don't want to show off these bits. Like I so I've kind of like I go by she they pronouns, and I've always like kind of felt more feminine my whole entire life, mostly because of this area. I wish I could pull off more androgynous looks, but this prevents that. And I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. I just, I don't like showing it off. And I don't think I ever really have. I mean, when I was younger, yeah. I mean, I wear tighter clothes in general. That's just the way my clothes fit. Like, I can fit into a size small, but it's going to choke me because of this. Down here is fine, but this makes everything so much tighter than it really is. And it gives me insecurity issues because I'm like, I'm not like, I shouldn't worry about my size and my fit. But if you're a fashion designer, it's one of those things that like you're conscious about it all the time because it is something that you have to work with. I'm not saying I'm a sewing fashion designer, and I hope to one day become one, but that's way down in the future. But I'm so upset that this is happening back there. Like, I don't know how to fix that yet. One day I will become better at sewing. Today is not the day, but one day issues like this won't happen. All right, I got to figure something out for that. Okay, so unfortunately, I think because the way that this fabric was cut, where it's like just straight across, I can't do the cross in the back because the cross in the back requires more of like a U shape, I think. I don't know. I have another pattern in my inventory that does have the U shape. And then I also have an apron that does have like the cross back pattern. It calls for it in the pattern, but it's an apron. So like it's all the way down here. Whereas this is so high up, it's not going to like, I don't know. It's not going to work. Unfortunately, it has to be like a straight, which I guess is fine. My concern now is that the straps are going to fall off. You can see it wanting to fall off right now. So I had to like make this as tight as I can. For the darts though, I kind of like just squeezed it in and then I'm going to hide it under this because I just can't deal with it right now. I'm just so bothered, super bothered. It is what it is. Like, I feel like I want to become a better sewist, but like I just don't know any of the fundamentals, the basics. I don't know anything. And like anytime I try to make something that's a little bit different, it just doesn't come out the way that I want it to. Like I can make skirts all day, but like I'm tired of skirts. I think I'm actually growing out of my skirts phase. Maybe. I don't know. But it just doesn't look good and I don't know how to like fix things as I go because I don't know the basics. I don't know the fundamentals. I just know how to put pattern pieces together. Oh, I'm going to get mad about this. So I got to stop talking about it, but at least I know with this top or this skirt, I'm going to have something over it. Like I can't stand looking at my arms. That's another reason why I prefer doing like maybe I could just make a box sleeve real quick. But I don't know how to do that. I'm going to be so honest. I don't know how I'm doing with that. So I'd rather just leave that for a different. I'm going to put the hood. I'm going to not finish this whole entire project this week. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just do like a quick wear to show that I'm making progress in sewing because I haven't done sewing progress in a while. I need to move this over because it looks so bad. But also, like, I don't know. This is going to fall off and I'm going to get so annoyed because it's going to keep on falling and I'm just going to like, it's going to be a sensory issue. I got to stop trying to make clothes with straps like this because it's just not going to work out for me. So in the future, we're not doing this one again. Unfortunately, I really, really wanted to make a dress and something more breathable, but this is not it. Okay, she's done. At this point, I don't know. It doesn't look awful. It's just not what I wanted. And like this, I just kind of like haphazardly sewn on. I think maybe I might take this off and then make it black. Maybe. I don't know at this point. I'm definitely not going to wear this without sleeves. It doesn't look terrible, but like you can see right over here, like the zipper isn't properly put on because I left a gap at the top. And then like it kind of bunches up over here. So this is not a dress to be worn without a top. I'm probably going to make a bolero eventually, but I also think it'd be fun to Well, for sure, I'm making that little cowl, the hooded cowl for this. That'd be really cute because I'm getting more into tech wear lately. And then also, oh, like, okay, the little star, you can't really see it, but it's not the worst. It's not the best, not the worst. This isn't going to slide down as much as I thought it was going to, so that's pretty neat. I might actually just cover this up with something else. I don't know what, but this is just gonna maybe fake buttons. And then now I need to do the belt and then make the cowl, which I don't feel like sewing right now because this frustrates me. I think one of the reasons why I never finished this in a timely manner was because of the straps. I hate doing these straps and I know better, but I wanted to try something different again, challenge myself again. And each time I challenged myself using this pattern, because this bodice piece came from a 1940s inspired pattern, and the skirt piece, I hated the skirt piece. It was impossible to follow the instructions. It's just not what I want. But the other issue is that I have all these other tops with these sleeves that like poof out. And that's been overstimulating me lately, mostly because it's tight right here. My arms are chunky. And like, I hate talking about my weight all the time, but it's like really kind of integral to the look or fashion to know where your weight sits. And like down here, my weight doesn't sit well. So I need to look into first washing the fabric before I work with the fabric. I don't think I washed this fabric. So this is going to shrink in the washer, which is whatever. But for future, I need to start remembering to wash my fabrics before I make the clothing because my arms aren't going to get skinnier. I'm pretty much at the lowest weight that I normally am, maybe a little bit lower because my weight fluctuates a lot, especially winter into spring and then fall into winter. Like it just fluctuates. Like there's no going around it. I need to stop talking about my weight because I'm going to keep on getting more and more negative, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to actually put on some clothes, and I actually might do like a makeup look for this because it's going to be part one. Then I got to do part two, which is going to be the crochet, and then part three is going to be the hooded cowl, and then it'll be ready to go out to wear. It'd be a really cool little summerween outfit, even though this isn't orange. I hate that I hate this. Like it sucks because like I want to love it so much. I love the colors. I love that I did the star. I love almost everything about it. It's just that these sleeves frustrate the hell out of me, and then having to like adjust here because I didn't do it properly before because I don't know the basics of sewing and fabric cutting in general. I need to get back into doing tops. I have all those sleeve patterns, so maybe I just got to find like a good solid top that I really like that's lower neckline. That's another thing. Like a lot of the tops that I have that are 1940s, they kind of button up here. And I do have sensory issues right here. It's okay if I wear a choker, but if it's a shirt, it always feels like it's dragging down, mostly because like spirit jerseys are a good example of this. A lot of times the spirit jersey, they have like the print on the background, and so it'll pull it down and then choke me. And then also, if it's not a spirit jersey, it's something with a big print in the front. And even then, like those necklines are always like right here, sitting right here. Like right here, I don't like. But up here, I'm okay because that doesn't feel like it's choking and it's adjustable. But here, I've been cutting a lot of the necklines of my clothes lately. So sorry to my husband who doesn't have that kind of sensory issue for most of his clothes, but we can't share clothes anymore. All right, let me go get dressed and stop feeling bad for myself in this outfit for not coming out the way I wanted to. But to be fair, none of my clothes come out the way I want it to, so I shouldn't be upset. All right, here's the outfit. Ugh, this isn't a good video. Hold on, let me get you a better look. I'll have a look. Of course we'll have a look. All right, so it turned out better. Like every time I do this, I'm like, oh, it sucks. I hate it. It's because I hate the base product by itself, but styled is a whole different story. So I got to stop doing that. But I used one of my the crochet defrosting skelly top that I've been working on for the past 2-3 months. But I mean, I've had this, but like the pattern's been out for a while now. And I did my makeup a little bit different. I'm going to respond to that one comment. I think it'd be really funny to have that and be like, and like inform people like as an alternative, as an elder alternative. I'm not elder yet. as an older alternative person who's been in the alternative scene for a while, I want people, like younger people, to realize that it's not, you're going to get those comments online, but it's not the end of the world. And art is subjective. And we all need to like be not mindful. Mindful is not the right word, but understand that a lot of people don't know what art really is. Their definition of art is literally just paint on canvas. And that's all they have. They have a surface level understanding. And I wouldn't even call that understanding. They see Bob Ross, they're like, oh, yes, art. But they see this and they're like, ugh. And this is art. Like, I've made everything that I'm wearing, except for my leggings, everything that I'm wearing, I've made myself out of the love of fashion as art. So, or art as fashion, whatever. But yeah, I don't hate this anymore. And I kind of want to leave the house, but like also my makeup is really, really scary. And I just took my medication, so that's probably not a good idea. But I'm okay with this. I shouldn't be so hard on myself. I know I shouldn't be as hard on myself as I am, but like also it's hard to not be hard on yourself when your whole entire life it was just being hard on yourself. All right. Now I think I'm going to start on working on the crochet belt because this is missing the little piece right here. It's not the worst. It's not my favorite, but it's not the worst. And yeah, also I kind of want to like, I don't know, man, I want to scroll on TikTok and find other cool VK like fashion people. But like I can't find them. And if I do, they're all like 12 years old and I'm not trying to interact with 12-year-olds because I'm like, I'm grown and it's just okay. So here's the thing. I'm 33 and it's really, really hard to find people in their 30s still really into fashion because a lot of us get really tired. A lot of us have kids. Let me take that back because a lot of us grew up and we saw the way that our parents raised us. And we're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to pass on my genetics. And with this economy, it's impossible. Either way, a lot of us had full-time jobs. A lot of us are burnt the hell out. So it's really hard to find anybody in the alternative scene in their 30s. And like, it sucks because like, I feel like it's not appropriating because that's not the right word for it. But I feel like it's hard to find friends this way. I think I'm intimidating. Like this makeup is definitely a little bit intimidating. I think the round eyes don't make them as intimidating, but that's subjective. But it's like I've struggled with making friends for the longest time. And I had one really good friend growing up my whole entire life who like ended up actually not being a friend. I don't know what the dynamic was there. I don't know if it's always been that way or if it was just something that we grew into. Either way, ever since that friendship like ended, I've really, really struggled with having any friends in general. Like I struggled before that, but it's been tough. Like I'm starting to get brain shivers thinking about it because it gives me anxiety. But I want more fashion inspo and it's so hard to see it when you're in your 30s. Like nobody likes you when you're 23, but like I'm 33 and I don't know. My dog's looking at me. He's like, "Please can we get out of this bathroom? You're just yapping." So we're gonna get out of here. Gonna work on that crochet thing. Probably scroll through TikTok a little bit more because I want fashion inspo. I'm just so, and I want places to go. Okay, so I'm posting this soon. I am pretty disappointed in my own self for having so much anxiety, and it's not something I can like just snap my fingers and it goes away. I want to go to shows, and I know I will find people in my age range who are fashionable at music shows. But my anxiety tells me, no, you can't go to these places by myself. Because, like, my close friends don't share the same music taste as I do. I have such an eclectic music taste that, like, I don't know. It's just, I'm feeling sad for myself, and I gotta stop. It's time to stop. Are you playing Infinity, Nikki? Because I just, like, rebooted it, and it's through the collapse of time and space. I think that's what this new campaign is. And please, please, do you get it? Do you get the vibe? I mean, like, it's kind of canon that Nikki's not straight. So this is good. Like, I love Infinity Nikki, and I love that I'm able to play it again. And it's been a while since I've been able to play. And now that I have the RAM space and I'm kind of falling out of love with crochet, not quite in love with sewing, but I know Infinity Nikki will absolutely like inspire me. I love this game so much. So it looks like they're having me do a brand new tutorial. So I kind of got a glimpse of something new. I didn't realize that I would have to go through the tutorial again. But oh my, the dress that you're wearing in the Sea of Stars, like, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The hair, God, I wish one day I will be this good at sewing. I need to learn more about sewing basics first, but one day it will happen. I promise. Literally about to cry. You can hold hands? Okay. This is for the queers. Like, I love this game so much. Y'all, I'm fucking speechless. I almost cried. That is such a good intro. So good. Well, that was fun while it lasted. I got frozen on the intro, or like, I think it was supposed to get me back to like the normal spot that I was in. I think I'm stuck on a cutscene. So starting over, wow, that was gorgeous. Holy shit. Like, imagine being new to Infinity Nikki and having that as your first intro to Infinity Nikki. Oh my God. I thought the first intro was good. This one, I almost cried. Like, maybe it's because I'm attached to the characters now, but like, the seer just asked me if I wish to meet other stars within the sea. I'm thinking this means multiplayer is coming. Or it's already here. I don't know. I haven't looked up any updates. I see one, like, I'm watching Cirrostratus. I put him on and then I got into this cutscene. There was somebody else in his video. This is exciting. I've wanted this. I'm going to explore with companions. I want to see other people and their passion. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Nikki and the seer are in love. You can't tell me otherwise. It's so cute. Okay. They're doing like the little hover thing with the hands together and like their little dance. They're in love. I can't. I'm sorry. I love this game. I love this game so stinking much. I'm gonna stop updating y'all because it's probably getting annoying. But they're dancing. They're saving. What an exciting week. I am almost done sewing this up, at least one sleeve onto this medium-sized defrosting scaly shrug. I did play more Infinity Nikki last night because, oh my gosh, the inspo is so incredible and I can't wait to keep on going. I'm grateful to have games like that in my life because I oftentimes get stuck in a loop where I'm like, I'm not inspired, but games like that like help me gain inspiration because I don't have to have a bunch of clothes. Like, I don't play often enough and I'm also not a whale for the game. So is it dolphin? I don't know. I don't spend money on the game. So I have to take what I have and make do with what I have. And it inspires me to do that with my closet. And I think that's an important part of fashion in general. But yeah, anyways, this whole entire thing isn't about Infinity Nikki, although I'm editing the part where I talked about Infinity Nikki, so that's why it's fresh on my mind. But this week, what we've all gotten done is we have finished the second draft of the Cirrostratus top. We've gotten most of the pattern written. I didn't do any work after that, to be honest. I got to the part where I was able to put the lace pictures up and then also the stitches that you need for it. So that's pretty good. Post that, I didn't do anything else because I'm still waiting on Premier Yarn to ship their order. I need to double check on that. Maybe I just missed the email, but I'm pretty sure that they haven't shipped yet. So that was the first thing we got done this week. And then the next thing we got done was finishing that dress. I'm pretty proud of myself on how I styled it. I am upset with myself for being so hard on myself, so I need to be better about that and not be so tough because My therapist told me if I am mean to myself, I am giving others permission to be mean to me as well. So, moving forward, I'm going to have to stop and think about the words I say before I spew them out on camera. I did keep most of that in just so that like I I feel like that's something I needed when I was younger. Knowing that other people are going through some of the same mental health issues that I do, then like it helps me feel better about myself and know that I'm not alone in this and that not everybody's perfect. And although I want to tone it down quite a bit, I don't think that's something I'm going to completely take out of all my videos in the future. I do want to continue staying positive, even if the project doesn't come out the way that I want them to. It's something I'm working on and I will get better at. And then, oh, I guess I finished crocheting all of this up today or this week as well, which is really nice. I will probably by the end of today have it all done because literally all I have to do is sew in these ends and then sew in the other sleeve and then it's done. And then I'll probably start working on the harness because that's really important. Well, I say important. Oh, looking over here, I got 6 gummy bears done and there were only 3 employees to receive them, almost a fourth. I hope they enjoyed them. One person was really, really sweet about it and like asked if I was like a frequenter, and I had to tell them that that was my last trip. So goodbye, Joann. It was nice knowing you. It's going to be really tough getting to know yarns without having them like in my face. Michael's will be an absolute last resort for me from now on when it comes to yarn purchasing. I have tons of yarn in the stockpile over there, so I don't need to buy any more yarn. And I also just think I'm falling out of my crochet phase in a way, in the sense that I'm not making new clothes for myself in crochet besides the Cirrostratus stop whenever that comes back around. I need that yarn to come in. But got all those gummy bears done, and then we also got 2 water bottle holders done. I don't think I told y'all I was working on another water bottle holder, but I was. I made the strap a little bit longer. I'm going to make one kid size, and then the longer one, I still don't think is quite long enough. And I know I was really sad and upset about it in the video, but I'm not that sad about it anymore because I think I was just going through like some mental health issues, which happens more often than I like. So, that being the case, oh, did I do this backwards? I don't know what I did. Either way, I'm going to do one kid size. The bigger one I'm going to keep for myself. And then the next one, I'm going to make it a little bit longer a strap to make it more adult size because I think that'd be really nice to have. And then I will eventually get around to doing a video tutorial and making a zine for that. I don't plan on making it an actual pattern to sell because I think it's one of those things like you, I think it's a good reminder that not everybody wants to just make money and that it's important to hydrate. And if I can get people to hydrate better because they have a cute little water bottle sling, I think that would be beneficial to society in general. And then what else? I did a beret. I got a lot done this week. Why am I so upset with myself? I mean I'm not upset with myself right now, but I was a couple days ago and I shouldn't have been. Very proud of my progress this week. We got a lot of work done, a lot of garments made, finished some garments, and now we're on to a new week. So thanks for sticking by. Thanks for holding me accountable. We'll get this video up soon. This will be done by the time I have the video uploaded. It's going to be done probably before this video is extracted, exported. Yes, exported. So, yeah. All right. Thanks for sticking with me. Sorry that I was a little bit sad this week, but also thanks for listening to me. Bye bye.